I was in my kitchen the day I found out my husband cheated on me. I didn't cry. I didn't shout. I was just standing there, staring at food. Then I suddenly had no appetite to eat again. People think betrayal comes with signs. Late nights, strange calls, obvious lies. But sometimes it comes quietly with a calm face. Sometimes it comes with "I love you," said normally, like nothing happened. But when the truth finally came out, it was difficult for me to take in. And I was so hurt. What hurt me the most wasn't the cheating. It was realizing that I trusted someone who was living a completely different life behind my back. But today, as I'm making this parfait with just a few ingredients from my kitchen and freezer, I'm reminded of that season of my life when I faced a brutal betrayal from my husband. So after the betrayal, I felt like someone had taken the best part of me and left me with just leftovers. Betrayal is very hurtful. Even it got to an extent that I began to question myself. Did I love too much? Did I ignore the signs? Was I getting too fat? I was just buried in deep thought, trying to figure out why he cheated on me. Was I not a good wife? Am I a bad cook? Was she making nice meals for him more than I do? Do I keep my environment dirty that made him run to her? Hey, guess what? I didn't get no answer for this question. Then I had to heal. But healing taught me something very, very important. It made me realize that another person's betrayal is not a reflection of your worth. It is a reflection of their choices and not mine. As I was making this parfait, I was thinking about how my healing actually happened. How I drew my strength from my children and my mom and decided to live my life regardless. You don't heal totally at once. You heal in layers, just like I was laying these foods on this my parfait. Some days you're strong, some days you break quietly, some days you smile again without guilt, and some days you cry your eyes out in your bathroom or in your bed. For someone like me, I cry a lot in my bathroom whenever I'm bathing. 2016, when my mom died, I was 8 months pregnant. People were around me all the time to make sure I did not cry, but they forgot to follow me to my bathroom. That was where I buried my tears each day. So just like this parfait, every layer matters, even the important and the most common ones. Some things need time. Time to cool down, time to settle, time to stop hurting so deeply. And now, as I enjoy this my parfait, I smile not because life became perfect, no, but because I survived something that almost broke me. I learned how to create sweetness again, not from abundance, but from what I had left. So if you're watching this and you've ever been cheated on, maybe disappointed or betrayed, please remember this today. You can still create something beautiful with your life, even when you think you've lost it all. There's an Igbo adage that says, which means people don't lose their self at the same time they lose their item or something valuable.
Please, who told you that there is a manual to perfect parfait? There's nothing like that. Whatever you have available in your fridge, as far as you have the key things like yogurt, that is the number one thing, yogurt and granola. That is it. Any other fruits or nuts that you have available in your house, you've made your perfect parfait. All right.
So these are the ingredients I had available in my kitchen. Nothing planned, nothing extra. I always tell my friends, kitchen is about using what you have and making the best out of it. Instead of letting things finish or go to waste, I decided to combine them and create a simple and delicious parfait that everyone can like on a low budget. Emphasis on a low budget. Thank you for staying with me to the end of this video. Please do wait to subscribe to my channel and see you next time. Bye.